What's up? Colby Sharp, 5th grade teacher. Welcome to my channel. We try to help kids fall in love with reading. One way that we do that, one of my favorite ways to do that is through Read Aloud. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you my 5th graders' 5 favorite read alouds of the school year as voted upon by them. We're going to go with 3 middle grade novels and 2 picture books. I was so excited to see how many kids voted for The Strange Case of Origami Yoda as their favorite read aloud of the school year. This is the very first chapter book that we read. And for so many of my kids, this is their favorite book of the year that they read either with me or that I read aloud. They just couldn't get enough of this book. They loved Tommy. They loved Dwight. They tolerated Harvey. They just could not get enough of this magical book. I've read it aloud to start the school year at least just the last 2 years, and it has been a huge hit. It has brought so many kids to reading. So many kids have gone on to read Darth Paper Strikes Back, The Secret of the Fortune Wookiee, Jabba the Puppet, Princess Label Maker. This series, friends, Emperor Pickle Team. So many kids have fallen in love with reading because of this book, because of this series, because teachers are reading it aloud, because we're putting it into the hands of kids. If you haven't read The Strange Case of Origami Yoda, you're really missing out. It's told in these case files. So stinking good. Number 2, The Real Deal by Lindsay Stoddard. Lindsay visited our school, which made this one extra special, and the kids couldn't get enough of these characters. It was just really, really special. Gabe and Oliver, your 2 main characters, buddies, friends, some stuff going on with them, and watching them navigate the world. It just felt so real. It felt like so much like they were just 2 additional members of our classroom. It felt so much like they were just 2 5th graders that could have been in our classroom or any classroom. And I think that, to me, is what made this book so special. The Real Deal. Plus, it's got a really awesome teacher. And don't we love books with really awesome teachers? If you haven't read any of Lindsay's books, check it out. If you haven't read The Real Deal, check it out. Check out Brave Like That. She's got a handful of really phenomenal and amazing books. I can't wait to see what she writes next. And our final read aloud was also selected as one of their favorite read alouds of the year. I finished reading it with 2 days left in the school year. And when I read the last chapter, which is called, sorry about the little delay here, which is called A Special Visitor, I had to just stop like 4 times because I was just so emotional reading it to them. It was so powerful, so touching, so amazing. One of the best read alouds I've ever read. First time I ever read it aloud. You never know, right? When you read a book aloud for the very first time, you never know what to expect. This one exceeded expectations. It's definitely going to be in my arsenal. It's a story of a Mars rover named Resilience, and it's fascinating. You can't get enough of it. It's told from his point of view. I know a rover. Yeah, wait till you read it. Like, it's pretty awesome. And also a girl whose mom is one of the lead scientists working on him. She writes letters to the rover. It's phenomenal. You have to read this book if you haven't. And you have to read it aloud for sure if you haven't. I was so excited and surprised to see Derek Barnes and Sean Martinbro's like Lava in My Veins make the list, just because it's a brand new book. It hadn't even come out yet. I don't think it comes out until like a couple months after our school year ends. Got an advanced copy and read it. And they were just, you could just see them like looking at each other like, what is this book? What is happening? Like, this is unlike anything we've ever read before. Holy smokes. It felt like you were just experiencing something special. And when you're experiencing that specialness, this graphic novel feel in a picture book, superhero adventure type thing, they just couldn't get enough of it. And they were honestly speechless. A lot of kids who are not very often speechless were speechless. So be sure to add like Lava in My Veins to your to-read list. Everything that Derek Barnes is creating is becoming an absolute must-read. Every year, when we get down to like a couple of their favorite picture books, we vote on their favorite picture book read aloud of the year. And then I write our favorite class read aloud and everyone signs it. So there's a few other picture books in there. I know Beagle's in there is one of their favorites by Dan Santap. And I was actually pretty surprised. This is one of my favorite read alouds, but I didn't realize the impact that it had on them. This was actually one of our books in our Mott Caldecott unit, and it actually didn't win Mott Caldecott, but it won Best Read Aloud. And I thought that was so interesting. So I read this. The tradition is their favorite picture book of the year gets read on the second to last day of school after they all sign it. And I want to be real. End of 5th grade, I teach in a school that's about to close for a new school. We're going to build a new school. 5th graders leaving to go on to the elementary. This book hit different. This book I was really emotional. I was really feeling it in my soul. I was very touched. The story of this family that grows up in this farmhouse and just the impact that it has on them. And then it's just so good. So check out those books. I hope you found some awesome books to read aloud to your readers. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Colby Sharp. I hope you have an awesome-tastic day.